Slot 3 Gamescast. I'm your host, UFK. So joined us by Massive Daz, Chris McGilly.
Hello, everyone.
And Mr. CW Lanky Craig Warren.
Hello.
So I suppose we should start with the name change. So yes, we are now no longer Pod of War. We are Save Slot 3. We have been trying for ages to come up with a good name because you literally are putting yourselves in absolute career destruction by calling yourself anything war related on YouTube. So that had to change. So we have changed. We are Save Slot 3. We've got a new logo. You can see it. So yes, we're the same people. But just know.
Are we, Dave?
Well,
are we the same?
We might be bigger and better. I think that might be what happens now. We become everything we've ever wanted to be, Craigo. Everything we've ever wanted to be.
If only, Dave. If only.
So we're going to start the week, as we do every single week, with what we've been buying, what we've been playing. Craig, take us away.
So I can't remember last week if I'd finished Miles Morales or not.
I believe yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you just started playing some Forza Motorsport.
Because you were impatiently waiting for Spider-Man 2 to arrive.
Yes, it's all coming flooding back to me now. Yes. So my Spider-Man 2 did finally arrive, boys. It was the Monday in the end, not the Saturday.
Absolutely.
Because Royal Mail suck. Be honest and blunt about it, they just suck all the dick, don't they?
Yeah, not ideal.
No, not ideal at all. So I did finally get that, and I whacked it in the old PlayStation. First game I put in there. Whacked it in, hit install. And naturally, boys, I turned it off and thought, that's fine, isn't it? That'll be all right. Next time I come to play that'll be there, ready to go, right, boys? Such
a rookie mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Such a rookie mistake.
Turns out Sony suck all the dick as well, and that wasn't the case because it still wasn't installed. So I had to come back and install lots of this. Luckily, that didn't take too long. I think it took like an hour, which is enough time to just burn through the tutorial of that weird Ghostbusters game we streamed.
We did, and if you want to watch that stream, it is available on the channel at Save Slot 3. So give it a go. Carry on.
So that's what I did in the hour it took for that to finally install, and then I was finally ready to play some fucking Spider-Man, boys. And what was I think like Wednesday at this point? Yeah, an hour later than I wanted to, days later than I wanted to, but we got there. I think that's pretty much all I played is Spider-Man. I am 22% in.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
I've just done a mission at a fair thing.
Probably at Coney Island.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Which is a very good mission. The mission before that is a very good mission with all the teleporting as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's very impressive. Like, the game so far is very, very good. I'm playing on. So I didn't know which mode to play on, boys. I put in the chat which ones did you guys go for. I think you both went for performance, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought I'm going to put fidelity on and just see what it looks like, and then I'll change to performance, like you always do with these games, right? I started on fidelity. I was like, this looks like amazing. I was like, this, because this is at 30 frames at fidelity, I believe. Yeah. Like, this doesn't feel like 30 frames. This just feels like 60. So I've just stayed on fidelity.
Oh yeah.
Because it feels like incredible. Like, it doesn't feel sluggish or like a old last gen game. It feels absolutely fine. If you said to me that was 60 frames per second, I would believe you. So yeah, I mean, I would just recommend people to just play on fidelity, to be honest with you, because it feels great. It feels fine. And obviously it looks great. You get more cars on the roads and more pedestrians and all that, and you get all the ray tracing off the buildings.
Yeah, you get better ray tracing, because ray tracing is on every mode, but yeah, you do get better ray tracing.
Yeah, so I just
better resolution as well.
Yeah, game's really good. I mean, all the story missions I've done so far are fantastic. Even the side missions I've done are really, really good. They have their own good stories as well so far. It just seems like a next step on from Miles Morales. I think the only thing I don't know if I like so much is obviously in Miles it's a little bit more simpler. I guess it's a smaller game. in the sense that like when you level up, it just kind of like it just does stuff for you. It's just like, oh, you've leveled up, therefore you get more health this time. And then next time, you do more damage. Whereas this has gone from more like the RPG elements. So it's like, you can choose how you want to spend your points. And there's about you can do it on gadgets, tech, suits, and after a while you're like, this is. I just prefer it if you did this for me a little bit. I
Just
think
a little bit overwhelmed, poor little Craigie.
Yeah, I was just like, I was quite happy in Miles Morales when I just leveled up and it was just like, there we go, there's a bit of extra health. There you go. So that's probably my only one tiny little gripe. But other than that, it has been a very impressive game so far.
Hell yes, Craigie.
And that's all I've played, I think.
And obviously no purchasing, aside from Spider-Man.
Aside from Spider-Man, yeah.
Lovely. Well, Pengy,
Yes.
let's do the bit everyone wants. That's why everyone is going to continually subscribe and like Save Slot 3, and that is your pickups, played, and all the shenanigans.
Okay, so on Nintendo, I've bought nothing, played nothing.
So it's an encouraging start to the show.
On others, I've played nothing, bought nothing. On PlayStation, I've bought nothing, but I finished and got 100%. So I got the platinum of Spider-Man 2.
Lovely, Pengy. Finally, a real
Which-
platinum on your account.
Yeah, it joins Spider-Man 1 and Last of Us and the order of other top PlayStation
The
first-party
fact
games.
that you then had to go to the order, then, Chris, for your 4th top PlayStation Platinum is quite a worry.
The order is actually...
It's all right.
like-
It's not 4th best game, though, is it? Let's.
No. Oh yeah, so yeah, Spider-Man, like what Craig was saying, it is, you know, very, very good. I was talking around like last week, race level of the story told, and with the single player thing and all the side quests and how it's gonna, you know, continue on hopefully for Spider-Man 3 or a side game or whatever.
Lovely. How would you
Mhm.
rate it out of 10 so far?
Out of 10, I would give it a 9.
Wow, it's heavy
It
praise.
is my current game of the year.
Very good. Obviously, we will.
You gave Starfield a 9.25.
Okay, this is gonna have to be
Oh,
a 9 point.
Craig.
I remember all of your
Craig
ratings,
has
Pengy.
receipts, Pengy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have got Starfield at number 2, so you know.
Which you rated higher. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Pengle's falling into his own trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Falling into his own trap. Well, lovely, Pengle.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed playing video games. Have you played anything since Spider-Man, or is it now you're in your small lull where you wait for the next 20 purchases to turn up?
Yeah, so I have bought one thing on Xbox,
My
and
God.
I've been playing one thing on Xbox, and I started it today. So between Spider-Man and like this game, obviously the Ghostbusters with you guys on the stream. I actually played a bit more of the Ghostbusters as well. I'm now level 26. So yeah, so
A lot more. Gross.
yeah, I've now I won a game as the Ghost as well. So I've got like, I don't know, 15 of the trophies and stuff like that. The only thing playing by myself, it put me in games where like the other players like level 99 Ghost and like some witch Ghost character. I'm like, they won in like 5 minutes. I'm like, great. That's not fun. Sort of thing.
I cannot believe that people have played that game enough to get to level 99. Someone needs to tell those people there's better games you could be playing, guys.
Yeah, plus they could actually be higher than that, because if you actually look at the menus, you can sort of like prestige thing when you get to level 100. So I don't know, it just sticks to or level 99 or whatever, and just sticks to that, or you can like go all the way back over without getting to that point. I'm not sure, but like you said, there is sort of better games, I guess, to put the time in if you were doing that sort of thing. So yeah, Spider-Man, Ghostbusters, and then on Xbox, bought today because I finally had enough reward points for a £10 voucher, and then I bought a voucher from CD Keys, and I had some points with the CD Keys, so I bought a £40 voucher for £32 from CD Keys. I have a £10 voucher from Xbox as well, so I bought Alan Wake 2.
Huge.
Huge. It's obviously this is the one time where a AAA game, for some reason, is not physical. I mean, I guess Baldur's Gate as well, but that's a PC game, so you kind of expect it. Yeah. So Alan Wake 2, have you played much of it, Pengy? Obviously, it's very highly reviewed.
Yeah, I'm on chapter 5 at the moment.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many chapters that actually is, because you play as Saga and Alan, and you start off as Saga, and you like finding out the story and like what's happening, and then I've switched to Alan, like on I think it's chapter 3 or 4, and I've not had the opportunity to switch back, but I know they have chapters for both characters, so not sure exactly how long the game is. So saying chapter 5, I might not actually be that far in at all, plus like with the 2 characters and stuff like that. I know Saga has more chapters than Alan, sort of thing, so and that's yes, so far it's at certain points in like how the cinematography and the graphics and that, and you go, oh, this is why it's next gen. This looks great. But then there's some also bits where it looks like a bit iffy, especially when it has the live action scenes. After the live action stuff with then it goes cuts to like back to game and like doesn't look quite right, and there's some like weird stuff in the background and things like that. And I had a sound issue as well with the game. I had to reset it to and that seems to be a common thing. If you know you can put the reviews on Xbox, like the user reviews, there's a lot of ones like sound problems, so hopefully that gets patched out. And also, this is supposed to be really, really scary. So far it's not that scary at all. In being in chapter 5, there's some bits where it's that's supposed to be a jump scare, is it? Nah, that's not very scary.
You played Resident Evil 7 in VR mode, so I don't trust your.
I was about to say, but you are like an emotionless, like husk for this sort of thing. Like you say that of every single like horror game you play.
Whereas I would probably be like, this is the most terrifying thing in the world. Why have you made me do this?
Yeah, see, that's the thing, because like you say that, but the mission in Starfield, when I played that, like I put in the chat right away, this can be quite scary for Dave, for like how they change between the two sort of worlds and stuff like that. When it's
I
like
think you have no faith in your dear friend Dave, because I wasn't scared once during Starfield.
See, that was weird because I thought, I wasn't expecting that sort of thing to happen.
So-
That was like, I wasn't expecting that jump scare, but this being like a horror title, I'm like, well, it's obvious what's gonna happen. It's obvious that's gonna.
I can't handle zombies. That's my real issue. Zombies and like extreme gore. That's my issue.
Yeah, but they're not zombies. They're weird cult people in this. There is a lot of gore, sort of thing. So, like a lot of blood and organs and rituals and stuff. So far that might put you off, sort of thing. So yeah, but that's it. Spider-Man and Alan Wake, really.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, we'll move on to what I've been buying and playing, because that's what we do in the show, Craig, isn't it? So, on Xbox, I have not turned it on this week. Just the post Starfield lols. I haven't gone back to Jedi just yet because, much like everyone else, I am playing Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 5. Did I talk about the platinum for Need for Speed last week? I think I did. Gonna go with yes. I did. But yes. So Spider-Man 2, yeah, much like the other guys have said, really fun. It's a step on from Miles Morales. It just looks like just more of a good time. More of a good time. So we'll keep going with Spider-Man. But yeah, that's a pretty fun game. I haven't bought anything else on PlayStation. On Nintendo, I did actually buy Super Mario Wonder. I managed to pick that up for like 35. I haven't touched it yet. It arrived today, so I'll probably play that in bed at some point. And other than that, I've only really been playing lots of Mario Kart because I really like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So I've just been playing more of that. But yeah, realistically, it has just been more and more Spider-Man 2. The game's really good. Insomniac are pretty great. So there we go. So there we go. So that's all we bought and played this week. Let us know in the comments what you've been buying, what you've been playing, because we do love to know Whatever
Are
else
you
to do.
playing Spider-Man 2 as well, like us? Or
Yeah,
have been?
so I think I might have dived out then, or something didn't happen where you didn't hear me. But yes, I did say that I'm playing Spider-Man 2. I've also bought Mario Wonder, and I've played Mario Kart. So if you two didn't hear, I thought you two had dipped out because I didn't see anything there. But luckily,
Yeah, you went a bit robotic for me.
we're
So I just...
Yeah,
recording
yeah.
my audio directly, not through Discord, so the viewers heard me, so we're okay. My internet is really bad. I've
Yeah, because you
explained
said
this.
about Need for Speed, and I said last time you had 4 races or something to go,
Yeah,
and
well,
you did the platinum midweek, and you
yeah.
never answered. So
Yeah, so it's good old technical difficulties, boys and girls. But yes, I have got the Need for Speed Platinum now. It was like a 4% Platinum. I'm great. Love a driving game. It's okay. 6 to 7 out of 10. If you like the old Need for Speeds, I'd recommend it. It's fun. It's fine. It's really very inoffensive. It's about 16 hours to Platinum. So it's on Game Pass. So it's worth it, I think. But yes, Super Mario Wonder is my one purchase of the week. 35 quid on the game collection. It was fine. I haven't touched it yet. It turned up today. I will play it in bed. So that's what everyone's missed. I've recapped it twice for everyone at home. I do apologise. So, Pengi.
I will also mention with Alan Wake, obviously being $49.99 digitally, like so far. Like I said, I mentioned 5. I don't know if I would have paid the full 50 quid for it digital. Like I've ended up paying 32 quid for it really, and for 32, I don't think it's too bad so far.
Lovely, Pengi. Lovely. But we'll see when you finish it. You can give us your full.
Yeah, but I might finish it and might be like, oh, it's game of the year. Yeah, you should have bought the 65 quid version. It's that good. But yeah,
you end up giving it an 8.75 and saying it's game of the year, and Craig has to come and correct you.
Yeah.
It happens, boys. It happens. So, Pengi.
Yes.
Topic of the show number 1. You're going to talk us through the Xbox showcase.
Yes, I'm going to talk you through the Xbox Partner Preview, as it was called. That happened on Wednesday. And I've actually got a list that was in order as well, but I am going to skip one thing on it because it will be in Craig's list as well. But anyway, we started with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, where we saw a new, I guess, mini game, but it looks quite more robust than a mini game, and that is Dondoku Island, which basically looks like Animal Crossing.
Yeah, like full on Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah, they don't tend to half-ass like their side stuff in these Yakuza games. Like that business sim one that was in the last game. I'm pretty sure Ray played that for hours and hours and hours. Like they go all in on this shit.
That's good. I guess your excitement level the same as it was, Craig, or more excited for playing Animal Crossing mini game in it, or what?
I'd probably say that it was. I mean, I don't know if I'll get stuck into this, but I mean, the game looks incredible, doesn't it? It's great.
Yeah, I guess until you see the achievement list or something, I'm like, damn, there's 10 achievements or something for that mini game.
No, yeah, there's always achievements for doing all 16,000 mini games in Yakuza games. You gotta accept that.
Yeah. Next up, Future Lab unveiled a new game called Icaro Will Not Die, which is a spiritual successor to the Velocity games. So if you're a fan of the Vita, you may
remember
that series. But this is a roguelike, so
Boo!
yeah, boo. Dave, is it a boo from you, or is it a
Yes,
yay?
of course it's a boo from me.
Okay,
Silent boo.
yeah.
Didn't even need me to boo. That's how much of a boo it was.
Yeah, we all don't like roguelikes. There we go. Next, we had a look of the Chinese Room's next game, Still Wakes the Deep, which looks more horror-y than Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, but they did do a measured Machine for Pigs, so I guess they have got horror pedigree. What do you guys think of this one?
I thought it looked really good. Dave's absolutely no way you could make Dave play this.
Yeah, not for me, but look good.
Yeah,
See, I don't know what like horror-ish, like if you have any like zombies or anything, or it's just going to be the atmosphere and a walking sim because that's what they're known for. So
yeah, definitely. It's a cool like premise and setting because it's like an oil rig, isn't it?
yeah,
That's something different, definitely.
set in the 70s as well, apparently. So
Oh, everyone loves the 70s, right, boys?
Right.
yeah. And then I'm just going to skip one. So the next one we saw was more of, and it's the only one that had anyone talking or whatever, 'cause the show had like no talking. Is Dungeons of Hinterberg was shown, which is the weird art style dungeon game where it's only dungeons but it has a weird town and you can seem to like interact with the characters, and I don't know if you've got romance options or not because you have little hearts and it shows you your level with them and stuff like that. So maybe, and you got a sword. So it's coming to Game Pass. We like Game Pass
Yeah,
indies.
I thought this actually looked worse than the first trailer they showed. To be honest with you, the first trailer looked really good, and this is a bit like, wait, bring back the other one. But yeah, it's on Game Pass. It's next year, and at some point, did they get a date? I can't remember.
No,
But
it's
yeah,
just I think it's early next year. I want to say, but
yeah, definitely give it a go on the old Game Pass.
yeah. I guess this is a big no from you, Dave, being weird art style, social
Indie trash.
indie social aspects. Like, oh, I'm going to the dungeon to help Travis, was one of the characters in the thing. Oh, I've got my heart level up with Travis. Ooh.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's going to fit you right off. Then we've got another indie, but this is not a Game Pass one. It's Spirit of the North 2. Was announced, and there's no release date apart from coming soon. So
Oh yeah.
I've never played the first. I know the first is on Plus, both versions, the PS4 and the PS5 version. So you
Was
can
this
double trophy it.
was it a Fox game or something like that?
Yeah, there's a Fox game. There's a lot of Fox games, but yeah, I've played an old one like the first Tree, but I've not played Spirit of the North.
That needs to be someone needs to do a list of best Fox games.
Would Okami count as the best Fox game,
Isn't that a
Dave?
wolf?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
not a
Would it
fox
count?
then,
It's
is
not
it?
really a fox, is it?
No, I mean it's a big difference between foxes and wolves. Pengals.
Okay.
You get foxes wandering around talking. You don't get wolves wandering around talking, mate.
No. Okay.
You're a little bit worried then, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, let's just give the foxes a little bit of respect, all right, Chris? Fucking hell.
Okay.
I mean, I've just looked at Spirit of the North 1. It's sat on a 62 at the moment, so I don't know if I have much hope for this.
I guess a 64 or something would be an improvement.
Maybe take it on Fantasy Creator, Peng. Show some faith.
I'm not planning to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we got Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, which is a
Yeah, it was very interesting
alpha
to
video.
see the first gameplay of this shown here. Pretty sure was it announced at a state of play?
Yeah.
So it seems like it's not a single marketing deal, which is very interesting to me.
I assumed this was exclusive. I didn't realize this would be on Xbox.
There we go. So it's very interesting to see it here, and yeah, I think it looked better than the original. Looks early, but I think it did look better than the original. Yeah, very curious. For me, it's all about the controls, them and some modernizing to gameplay flow, because I think story-wise, that game is really good and really compelling, even for people like me and Craig that aren't into the rest of the Metal Gear stuff. The fact that it's basically a stealthy James Bond film makes it quite appealing. So if the gameplay is modernized and it looks good and plays good, then yeah, it could be really exciting game to play. Or it could be absolute trash. So yeah, I think it's one of two.
At the moment, I would go for the absolute trash because it's Konami and the team is development team, who we don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I have no faith. I mean, I
At
wouldn't
least-
play it anyway, but yeah, I have very little faith in this being good.
Yeah, like at least with like Silent Hill 2 remake, Bluebird teams, their reputation is not fantastic, but at least you kind of know what to expect. Well, random development team, you've got no idea. So
Absolutely.
You know it's bad when Chris Bengelli's not even interested in the Metal Gear Solid game.
And then you've got a PC ass game in Manor Lords coming the 25th of April next year.
Fuck PCs, right?
It's going to be on Game Pass. I think they actually said it was coming to console later. There's just obviously date for PC. This could be a Fantasy Critic pickup though, because PC ass games normally review well.
They do. They've served me pretty well this year. So.
And after that, we got to look at the finals, which I thought was the Hyenas. So I thought that game's been cancelled. And it's currently an open beta from the 26th of October to the 5th of November. So you can try the beta if you want on Steam, Xbox, or PS5 if that's your thing.
This
I
ain't gonna
think
last very long, is it? Let's be honest.
most probably not now. The
No.
live service games don't seem to at the moment.
Looked like it had some destructibility,
Mm.
which I'm glad someone's trying to bring that back, because remember we used to have destructibility in games, boys. That was
Red
Yeah.
Faction
that was
was
a
good for it. And stuff like
yeah,
that.
Battlefield games used to,
Battlefield,
didn't
yeah.
they? No, everyone's given up with that, haven't they?
Yeah.
Probably too much of a pain in the ass to develop in it. So
Possibly.
yeah. Maybe that is what's going to save this game and give it a chance, right?
Possibly. I guess you need some, I don't know, a ninja or something to be streaming it. I don't know.
Oh, out
Chris
of date.
Bengelli pulling out the cool kids
I was gonna say
references.
he's so out of date that he's referenced Ninja, so I don't think he's the big dogs anymore. The big dogs, Pengy, is obviously
Yeah.
Slot3 on Twitch.tv.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if we're gonna make that. Maybe we could be the number one, the final streamer.
You got to believe, Pengy. If you don't believe, then you just give up.
Yeah.
It's better to be a big fish in a small pond, Pengy.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then we got Ark Survival Ascended, which is a remake apparently of Ark Survival
Yeah, so it's not
Evolved.
actually Ark 2 then. It's just, or are they still making Ark 2? I'm so confused.
I don't know, because Ark 2 was the one with Vin Diesel.
Obviously.
Yeah.
What is going on in the world,
This
boys?
doesn't have Vin Diesel though, right?
I don't know.
Pengles cannot confirm or deny if Vin Diesel is involved.
And plus, this game's apparently coming November. I think November this year. I don't. Or was that November? It just says November, which seems really
It could be
unlikely.
a November at some point.
Maybe
May or may not
past
be this
November
year.
2021.
Could be. It's a remake of a weird game. And then we finish with Alan Wake 2.
Which had a really good
It's-
trailer.
Yeah, which looked really good.
And
Yeah.
obviously you've bought it, so we already
Yeah.
know all about it.
Yeah, that trailer like pretty much did sell me on it, and obviously we got reviews the next day, and I was like, oh yeah, everyone seems to really like this game. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to pay 50 quid on it, and let's see.
No, that would be
Like I
stupid.
said, how cheap I can get it.
Oh yeah, well, there we go. That was the Xbox showcase.
It's quite a fun little random show, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Run
what they
about
said it was
nowhere.
going to be. It was cool to see games like Metal Gear that we weren't expecting. So
It wasn't very long. It was just there, wasn't it? It was a nice time as well, wasn't it? Like 6 o'clock. Yeah, what's your din din? It's lovely stuff.
Yeah, it was yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect from it. Stuff. It was like I said a little bit. I guess weird not having like a voice of someone going like, "Here's our partner from Sega." So it's just trailer after trailer thing. Apart from the dungeon.
You
hint
just
about
wanted Sarah Bond in the high heels, didn't you, Peng? That's what you wanted.
we all do.
Could be now president of Xbox. So
Hell yes. Well, that was it, Pengy. So let's move on to the next section,
yes.
which is of course Craig's section. Craigo, games in November. Let's go.
The classic. Right, boys. On November 2nd, we have coming to Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Blasphemous 2. This game's already out, isn't it? This is just old ports, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's already on PlayStation Series X and PlayStation 5.
Absolutely.
Very odd. One for you, Pengy. On the same day, on November 2nd, Power Wash Simulator comes to the Quest.
Oh, nice. I
Huge.
don't have a Quest.
Yeah, but you could buy one and buy Power Wash Simulator for it.
I could, but I'm not planning to do that.
Sad times. Same day, though, RoboCop Rogue City comes to everything, including the Switch, boys, which I didn't realise.
God.
I don't think it is. I think it's just PS5 and Series X.
That's a shame, isn't it? What about
Yeah.
all the people on Switch? People who seemed quite excited about this, weirdly, don't they?
I have it pre-ordered.
What?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I thought this when I thought a RoboCop game, this is going to be absolute pants. And then I think it was Mike Minardi play the 2-hour Steam demo. And I watched all of it, and it was like, this game looks effing brilliant. And it's so daft as well.
I want to will this into existence, Dave, that this is his game of the year. It would be the best thing in the world if this is his game of the year, Dave.
Right.
We need to will this into existence. We need to pray tonight, sacrifice some goats or some shit, and we'll make it happen, okay?
Yeah, and it's silly. Like you're playing as RoboCop, and you're just gonna
Listen
do the
look
line.
how happy he sounds, Dave. Look at the excitement in his voice. I have not heard Chris McGilly talk about a game like this in a long, long time.
You
Right.
just
Listen to him.
You can just man the lines and give people tickets from you're supposed to be this cool robot cop that can destroy anything with your cool pistol. Nah, I'm just gonna do the lines and hand out tickets for speeding offences because why not? Yeah.
I cannot wait for Chris to get this game. It be the best game he plays all year. Him to absolutely love it, and they'd be like, "Yeah, so it's a 7 out of 10. It's the 47th best game I've played this year." Because we know that's coming, right, Dave?
That's what he does.
Yeah. How much have you spent on this pre-order, Chris?
I was really hoping to get it from Game Collection, but they don't actually have it on either system. So I bought it from Shop 2 for 42 quid for PS5.
Is it physical?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Christ, I was not expecting that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's one of those weird games that's going to be it's going to be somebody's game of the year, and then it's going to be somebody's worst game I played this year, unless they've played the King Kong game. Which is probably which is probably then done this game a favor because people will be like, oh my god, it's so average, but we'll take average for licensed games this year because the rest have been hot piles of trash.
The only thing is their last game, this Devil's the Terminator Resistance game, which
is
anyone
okay.
anyone that I know that I've played it really likes it, and they think that the user score on Metacritic is a 7.5. It does look like a that sort of game, but the critic score is a 42. So
I think the problem with games like that is critical reviews annoy me anyway. We talk about this all the time, but it's a game shouldn't be less than a 5 or a 6 unless it is fundamentally broken.
Well,
right?
No, see, I kind of disagree. To me, 5 should really be average.
Oh, it should be, but it won't be because it's it's just not the way. It's a pass isn't 50% in a test, right? So it's it's stuff like that. It won't. But if it's less than a 5 in basing it on how people review stuff now, it has to be a broken game. So when I'm placing it for, it's and another thing is you should take into consideration make the people that are fans of this review it, because if you're a RoboCop fan, this is going to be your 9 out of 10.
This is why when I watched Mike Minardi's video and him doing what I'm saying, do the lines on stuff, he was so excited as well. Just
yeah,
this looks so
it's
great.
me and Craig playing a good Lord of the Rings game. The Lord of the Rings movie games from the PS2 are they're not amazing games, but to me and Craig, because they are literally a fantasy of that we want to do, and it's functional and it's fun, we're yeah, these are the best games I've ever played. Shadow of Mordor is a really, really good game, but it's even better for us because it's Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? It's yeah. Again, I've played the Terminator game and I love Terminator. It's fun. It's a fun game. You see it cheap. I think it's on they did a re-release, didn't they, on the new gens, on the current gen consoles
the
now.
Xbox re-release literally came out yesterday.
Oh, there you go. And I know it was on PS5 for a while, but if you see that game for under 20 and you like Terminator, yeah. You can play worse games.
There's one that I've wanted to play, but I've never seen it cheap enough. But then it looks like they've learned stuff from Terminator because this looks way more polished, and obviously getting is it Peter Weller back as RoboCop as well?
RoboCop's such a good film as well. It's such a Craig film. I don't think you've seen it, have you, Craig? But
no, I never.
The original RoboCop and RoboCop 2, they're Craig films. Such Craig films, such stupid 80s action films, man. You'd love that stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe this will wear me down. Who knows?
Do it.
Yeah.
On the same day, though, boys. Apparently, November 2nd is the only day that exists. If you're releasing video games, is one for Chris. That's Star Ocean: The Second Story R. This is some sort of remake, right?
This is a remake of.
Is this the
Star Ocean 2?
The 2D HD one?
Yes.
So you're going to buy this and never play this, right, Chris?
This looks really good for a Star Racing game.
It's the cardinal problem that Chris Mangeli has, because it does look quite good for a Star Ocean game. But I will say
And-
there is a demo, so try the
Yeah.
demo first.
And it is in 2D HD, and that like art style is good. It's one that I'm gonna wait for reviews and wait for something else that comes out this month to see if I
The demo, boy.
if I purchase this game or not.
Oh,
Because they do have
Or
like
didn't you buy a Star Ocean game earlier in the year or last year?
yeah,
which
maybe
then came to
play
like
that one.
Plus or Game Pass or something.
yeah, it's on Plus. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, maybe play that one.
Yeah,
first,
just
Chris.
again, like
See
yeah,
if you like that.
if there's a
But this
demo,
one looks way
play
better.
the demo,
'cause it's
Chris.
2D HD.
Just play the demo. If you don't
Just
like
like
it, then
Square
don't buy it. Stop
It looks like
ignoring me.
Square's
You know that this makes sense.
Effort.
He just wants to buy it and put it on a shelf, Dave. Just let him buy it and put it on his fucking shelf, right? Stop
That's
talking
yes.
logic.
Yeah, right. Who knew?
You know, it can go on there with all the rest of Octopath Traveler 2
No,
and all the other.
I
Bravely
would get this.
Default 2,
Yeah,
would get
all
this
the
on-
others.
Ogre's
I would-
Tactics, whatever.
I wish you'd get this on PlayStation for a certain reason later in the month, not on Switch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck
But
the
we
Switch.
move on. Next game.
Mhm.
Yes. On the same day, Talos Principle 2 comes out. Not one for any of us, but I do have it on Fantasy, so
Indie
Points,
Trash
points,
will do
boys.
well.
yes. I believe this was coming to Xbox and the first one didn't, right? So that's a thing.
Yes.
That's good, right?
Love the Xbox.
On the same day, we're still on November 2nd here, boys.
Yeah.
Thirsty Suitors comes to everything, including the Switch and the PlayStation 4, and that is a Game Pass Day 1 release and a Perna Snaz thing.
Mhm.
It looks quite good, but I won't play
Yes.
it. So I'm not
Yeah.
going to pretend that I'm going to. But it does look good. And it's on Game Pass, so yay.
Mhm. I will be playing this because obviously it's on Game Pass and a Perna and stuff like that. And the premise kind of seems a bit like Scott Pilgrim-ish. Like, oh, you got to fight your evil ex. Well, no, I guess they're not evil in this, but like your exes in like a weird RPG thing, and it's got your social aspects. It's got a skateboarding mini game and stuff in it. It's got all sorts. So yeah.
Yeah, although I feel like there's a lot of Annapurna games that come to Game Pass recently, which I just need to go back and play. So this can go onto the list of all of them.
Hey, because have you still played Cocoon yet?
No, I've not played Cocoon. I've not played
that game is so good. It's the
what's
indie of the year so
Solar
far.
Ash. Is that the other one that came to
Yeah,
Game Pass? I
Yeah.
need to play
God, there's
that.
too many bloody games this year, boys.
There is.
The game of the year chat for this year is disgusting, by the way.
Also,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not, obviously, it's not on your list because it's an October game, but it comes out on the 31st. Jusant is coming out on Game Pass. I know that's not Annapurna, but that's another Game Pass indie.
Oh, that's in 2 days. Oh, Chris, this is out of control. Out of control.
Yeah.
But back to November 2nd, boys.
Yeah.
This might bring back the PlayStation VR 2 for Chris Mangeli. Vampire
won't.
the Masquerade Justice.
No, that's no, it's a pass.
Oh, I tried, Dave. Moving on.
I've never really even played the Vampire, the Masquerade series. The only one I really bothered about would be Bloodlines 2, which I think it got delayed, changed.
That's been delayed 16 trillion times. I wouldn't be looking forward to that, Chris. I would stay away from that one.
If Night Dive did like a remastered port thingy of the first Bloodlines, would be interesting. But that's about it.
Would it?
Would it be interesting?
Would it be interesting?
Chris? Are you just saying words, Chris? I think you are. I think you're just saying words.
Yeah.
But moving on to November 3rd, boys, finally on November 2nd. Coming just to the Switch is WarioWare Move It. You buy that, Chris?
Yes, it is
No.
coming to the Switch. I completely forgot this was coming to Switch on this
Oh,
year.
I'm glad I've just brought this joy back into your life, Dave.
It's one of those, right?
It's one for you and your miss, isn't it?
Potentially. So smooth. The WarioWare Smooth games and like that one is really specific to a party. So it's like. So go with me. It's like Mario Kart and Mario Party Superstars is a pure controllers sat around a screen job, which is what you want from
It's a guaranteed win of it. Everyone's gonna be happy.
Yeah, but the problem with ones like that is like it's all about the motion controls and shenanigans, which will be fun, but it's whether it's fun more than once.
Yeah,
And it's like you
It is
have
a
a big
budget
room.
release.
But it's a budget release for Nintendo, so it's still 40 quid, I think, or 35.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I have no doubt that game will be really good, but it's just going to get lost. They did a WarioWare like last year as well, or the year before, and it's like that was a little bit less gimmicky, but still quite gimmicky. But yeah, those games are fun, but it's if we were to do a top 10 Switch games to play when you with your significant other, it's probably on there. But like for us, for us guys that just play games on our own, usually probably not
Yeah,
one
it's a
to
bit
go
of a
for.
niche, isn't it?
Yeah.
Skipping
missed-
forwards.
You
You want to
missed
go
on
back to November 2nd, you, Chris? Okay.
no November 3rd still.
Okay.
You've missed EA Sports WRC,
Oh yeah, that's not on there.
My God,
which
Coco,
yeah,
you
which obviously Dave
Game
Rat
Informer
bastard.
do not give a fuck about WRC apparently.
Looks amazing, and is only $44.99 on new gen consoles because I think they want to get it off the ground. They've been doing this with a lot of their I think they did the same with the golf game they brought out as well. Yeah, it's essentially Dirt Rally 3, but less like more fun, I think, with like a car builder and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just don't have the time right now for WRC. But it's EA and it will come to Game Pass, so I will just wait. I mean, they've just put
Smart man.
F1 Manager on Game Pass, so an FM manager, like Football Manager, is coming to Game Pass as well, which I'm sure Craig's about to talk about. So it's yeah, video games.
At least missed. Well, there's actually other games on the 3rd, but the only other one I can think of is because it's a Switch exclusive coming out on the 3rd, and that's Fashion Dreamer.
Which Chris has pre-ordered,
I have not pre-ordered,
and he will be
but
live streaming it. No, I'm joking.
I have not pre-ordered it, and we're not really like streaming it. But I've always heard the new style boutique / style Safi games on the DS / 3DS are supposed to be like really good, and this is actually the same.
Did I just have a stroke? What just happened then?
Chris
What?
loves fashion design games. That's what you just happened.
No,
What,
I've
am I
heard
living in a different world? What's just happened in the last 30 seconds?
No, I've heard those style savvy games and new style boutique games. It's the same game but different names in different regions. Are supposed to be really good. I think they've always reviewed them as well on DS. This is on the same devs, but it is not a Nintendo published game, so hence why it's got a different title. But this could actually be surprisingly a good game. Obviously, we've all got our fantasy picks and stuff like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if this actually reviewed quite well. And it's a Switch exclusive, so yeah.
What was it called? Sorry, Chris?
Fashion the Dreamer.
Fashion the Dreamer.
Fashion Dreamer, yeah.
Okay. Well, I look forward to your review of that, Chris, and we put that on the channel. Oh, I know what this is now. I saw this at the direct, wasn't it? No, this is dreadful. No, Chris, let's move on. Let's move on. Back to November 9th.
Hold
Wait.
the phone, Craig Warren. November 6th. Football Manager 2024 officially
that's not on
comes
the list.
out to Game Pass. It comes to, I think, digitally to PlayStation.
Yeah.
The physical is in December, and it comes to everything else. Hold your tongue, Craigo, and you're going to insult God like that. But Football Manager comes out on November 6th. It's available right now for early access on Steam, but it is coming to Game Pass on November 6th.
Yes.
Great game.
You're playing as Leon, right, Penguins?
Yes, that is my plan. I'm going to plan to save Leon. I topple PSG.
I'm going to build a team around Nick McCooty, like God intended.
Yeah. Only pretty much 9 French players as well. So
Makes me physically sick hearing you say that, Chris.
Yeah.
Especially when Nat Jarvis is available and would do bits in the French Premier League.
Good do.
Right, Craig.
God, I was watching the bloody trailer for that game that Chris was just talking about whilst you were talking about Football Manager, and God, it's dreadful. Bloody hell, Chris.
Right.
Trust me.
Back to November 9th. Let's move on. I don't even want to talk about it, Chris. It looks terrible. On Game Pass.
Craig, you've missed on November 7th, The Invincible.
Well, that's November 6th, apparently. I did skip over that because I have no idea what it is.
I keep getting this game mixed up with Fort Solace, but that game's already come out and that did not review.
I mean, to me, you're just saying words at this point.
But yeah, this is a budget release as well. It's 25 quid, so that might be there might be a reason why it's 25 quid. But the trailer doesn't look too bad. It's like a weird sci-fi game, so
Lovely.
it could be good.
To
It could be
November
bad.
9th, boys.
Yeah.
There's some fucking order, all right, on this fucking podcast. Put my foot down. Coming to Game Pass.
Mm.
We do everything other than the Switch, because fuck the Switch. We have Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name.
That's November
It's
9th.
going to be some. Yes. Yes, it is,
Oh,
Dave.
we're not going to have
It's
time
so
for that.
soon. It's so soon.
We're
It's
not
going
going
to
to
be
have time for that.
great.
It's 3 days after Football Manager, Craig.
Plays Kiru. He's going to be a special agent. He's got gadgets. He's got blowing up cigarettes. He's got a whip. Oh,
It's your
Yeah.
introduction to Kiru, which is quite funny.
I mean, spoiler. He might have been on the last one as well, but yeah,
God.
it's looking forward to that. Will I have Spider-Man 2 finished before then? Probably not. So I probably
Will
won't play it,
Craig
but
be
then-
streaming the opening hour on Xbox?
God, if God wills it, and if we can set it up, I say we. If Dave can hold my hand and set it up, then we'll see.
It's, honestly, it's
pretty-
such a problem in my entire life that I end up being tech support no matter what I do.
Well,
That's-
luckily, Dave, you're good with
I am
computers.
great with computers. True story.
That's a pretty good 3 days to say, Football Manager, and actually they've got Total War Warhammer Trilogy coming physical on PC, and then they've got Like a Dragon Gaiden.
Right, and you hate them, and they're still
Yeah,
pumping
and
these
you
games
betrayed
out.
them, Chris. Yeah.
They make my game of the year every year since 2005, and yet you hate them.
Mm.
If the Dreamcast had Football Manager, maybe Dreamcast would still be around.
Yeah.
Be on the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Talking about things that Chris Bengelli hates, though.
Yeah.
On November 10th, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 comes out, boys.
I would like to interrupt you. Actually, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 single player campaign comes out November 2nd if you buy the game digitally. So if you buy the game digitally, you can actually play it from this week.
As a Chris Pengelly public service announcement.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So if you buy it digital, you can be playing it this week. Otherwise, physical and the multiplayer is November 10th.
All three
I'll
of
just-
the Modern Warfares are great. Sorry, all two
Yeah.
of the new ones are great. Stories are great.
Yeah.
Multiplayer's great, actually, for Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2 on the new versions. And 3 just appears to have taken the best maps from Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, or the original versions, and made them all sprucey. So I'll wait till it comes to Game Pass next year. But hurrah and huzzah. Will this be the first Activision game that has the Xbox Game Studio logo? Or is it just too soon?
I think it's too soon.
I can't wait.
That would be interesting to see.
And
Yes.
also, you've gone to C, so you've missed the game coming out on November 10th. It's Air Twister comes out November 10th.
Well,
Yeah, that's not
honestly, I believe if Chris just went, oh yeah, November 11th, and then just made up 2 words, me and Craig would have to be like, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so on November 11th, Water Badger comes out to everything apart from the Switch. Yeah, it looks really good. Saw that in the state of play. I'd be like, fair enough, mate. Yeah, cool. Let me know.
But you know what Air Twister is, though, Dave?
Do I?
Yeah.
It's not.
It's the Yu Suzuki.
Oh, it's the Space Harrier game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's New Space Harrier. Okay, well they just called it New
Yeah.
Space Harrier. wasn't it on a mobile first though? Wasn't it like an Apple
was
arcade?
It was an Apple Arcade
Yeah.
exclusive.
Okay. So
and now it's-
so you had me at Yu Suzuki. You've lost me at Apple Arcade, Pengi. If I'm honest.
Yeah,
Fuck
so
Apple.
it was an Apple Arcade game, and now it's leaving Apple Arcade
you-
and it's coming to.
You will know the Yu Suzuki game Space Harrier, Craig, because it was absolutely an arcade mini game in at least half of the Yakuza games. So
I don't know. I'm not very good at arcade cabinets.
You're not.
Yeah.
Can confirm, Craig. Awful at games older than 2009.
100%.
Yeah, but so this is coming to all the systems, but there's a physical on PS5 and Nintendo Switch.
Well, are you going to buy this as you allegedly used to like Sega?
Yeah, I'm getting this on the PlayStation 5.
Oh, wonderful.
Fucking hell. Christ.
Yeah.
On November 10th as well, supposedly the day before is coming out. That's not going to happen, is it?
No,
Yeah, it doesn't
there's no
exist.
chance.
Is it?
Nah.
Yeah, it does not exist.
Don't do
But something that is going to exist, boys. In some fashion, this is going to exist. Hogwarts Legacy comes to the Switch on November 14th.
Oh my god.
Is this streaming cloud, or is this
No,
actually?
an
Oh
actual thing.
my god,
It's a physical
that
game.
is going
One
to
of
be incredible to
one of
watch.
the ladies I work with at work, she only has a Switch and I think maybe an Xbox One. And she's been umming and ahhing about buying the Xbox One version of Hogwarts, but she got so confused going into game because this is the one instance where it's not like smart delivery. They're like two
Yep.
separate games. So she's like, "Well, I'll probably go play it on Switch." And I just looked. I was like, "Don't." I was like, "Don't." I was like,
They
you will know that it's on Switch when you." I said they have not shown any footage of the Switch game. I was like, "It's not a
there's
good sign."
there are screenshots now. It's up on obviously the eShop, and it doesn't look as bad as you would think.
Yeah, but it's
from
not
the
moving in the
screenshot.
screenshots, Chris. It's not how it looks. That's my worry. It's how it
No,
runs.
but
Yes,
mm,
it's a great game, but it doesn't run
It doesn't run
great
great on
at
Xbox Series
times.
X.
Yeah, which would worry me for the Switch.
Right. I like Craig said though, really good game. Really, really good
yeah,
game.
I was just thinking
I
like
need to
Warner
go back and
Brothers,
finish
obviously
it. To be
Mortal
Me too.
Kombat
honest.
1, that
Me
just looks
too.
bad in general.
Yeah, it does look awful. Mortal Kombat 1. Same
Yeah.
engine, I think, because it's the same same publisher.
But on the same day, boys, I'm going to make up some words now, Dave.
Okay.
Invincible presents Atom Eve comes to PC.
So, Craig,
That's actually a game, apparently.
so that is based off the pun intended incredible Amazon TV series, Incredible. Or is it called Incredible, Pengy? No, it's
Invincible.
not Invincible.
Mm-hmm.
The show is amazing, Craig. Like, you should
Okay.
watch the show. Like, it's really good. It's animated, but it's like, have you seen the show The Boys?
No.
You
No,
should
not
watch.
yet.
Okay, so you should watch The Boys because that boys are really good as well. It's basically like the most adult comic book ever. So it's like an X-Men show if it was like brutal X-rated gore and sex and violence. Both shows, but The Boys is like real life and has Éomer from Lord of the Rings as the main character, and he swears a lot and he's amazing because he's Éomer from Lord of the Rings. What's that actor called, Chris?
Are you thinking of Carl Urban?
Carl Urban.
That sounds right, yeah.
Carl Urban, he's great. So watch The Boys, that's good. And then The Invincible has bloody who's the main? It's got JJ.
Yeah,
It's got J. Jonah
Yeah.
Jameson as the dad, who's like a really evil Superman, which isn't a spoiler because that's the first episode. But yeah, watch Invincible. Invincible's really good. Knowing there's a game is
Good.
cool, but I've not heard anything about a game, so
Apparently, it's only on PC according to this, so that's a problem.
it's a visual novel, Dave.
Oh, fuck
to be
off.
honest,
All right.
I would play
Fuck it.
I would play a visual novel of that show because it's that good.
Yeah.
Could be Dave's first visual novel.
Well, like I
What
would.
is
It's if it's something that would get me, it'd be that the show's so good. Please watch that show, Craig. It's on Amazon Prime. You own it. Same with The
And
Boys. They're on Prime.
Weirdly, I don't know if the game is based. Just I know obviously the
It's on
show
the
is
short
based on-
episode, I imagine. The one that
It's
came
based. It's based on the obviously a comic book, but I don't know if the game is based on the show or actually like more based on the
out.
comic.
The show follows the comic, and they did a animated short all about Atom Eve. So I imagine it's based on that. Because
Could
that was
be.
like between season 1 and 2. Because season
Could be.
2
I,
is out
I
yet.
don't know. I just seen some. I have seen stuff on it. And
Yeah,
it's like,
it suffers horrifically from the writer's strike. I think like 4 episodes will come out, and then they have to wait like 6 months for the other 4 for season 2.
Right.
But yeah, Craig, please watch The Boys and The Invincible. They're so good.
I put it on the list.
Yeah,
I'm very
Amazon
slow
Prime,
at
boy.
watching TV shows, but I'll put it on the
You'll
list.
want to watch this. Trust me.
Cool. On the same day, though, boys, on November 14th, there's a fucking Turok game coming out. It's a remaster of Turok 3. People still like that? Did people like Turok? Was Turok good? I don't know.
Pete, who was my friend from uni, loves that game.
Really? He likes Turok?
He loves Turok. Used to be obsessed. He used to always try and get us to play Turok, but it was awful on the N64 because the N64 was awful, and it ran at about 3 frames a second with one stick.
Yeah.
But cool. I mean, the remasters are supposed to be pretty good for the Turok games. Like the Quake ones are also pretty good, right? But I think if you like those games, you'll replay them, right? But it's not going to get me and you in there.
No, and I'm not bothered. So.
But something you could be bothered about, Chris.
What, Super Crazy Rhythm Castle, also on the 14th of November?
No, that's not on the list, but you've just said some words that are random.
Yeah, this
Again.
was the party game that Konami showed in I want to say a direct.
Oh no! Why do we keep talking about Konami, Chris? They're rubbish, Chris. We know this. They're terrible.
Yeah, this didn't look too bad considering what it is.
But are you going to play a Ribbon Party game on your own, Chris?
No, I'd very unlikely.
Okay, that's fine.
Mm.
So, back to November 16th, Chris.
Okay, because you've just missed a big thing on the 15th, but yeah.
What's that?
The PlayStation Portal comes out on the 15th of November.
Oh yeah,
Which
you
we-
cancelled it, don't you?
No,
no, he's got it. So we will be having a full Pengals review.
Have you got it again now, have you?
Yeah, pre-ordered one again.
For fuck's sake. You're turning it a day. Fucking pre-order, cancel, pre-order, buy, sell,
He
fucking
wishes
up,
it's as good.
down,
He wishes it was as good
backwards,
looking as me.
left, right. God. Okay, so we may or may not get a review of that on the 15th.
Well,
I am fucking keeping Sony in business. I am fucking... Me turning on this PlayStation has made Dave buy another PlayStation and you buy a bloody handheld PlayStation. Cool.
yeah. So this is what I was on about for Star Ocean.
If I go buy a Dreamcast now, Pengy, you're going to go buy a Dreamcast?
I have a
But
Dreamcast.
again, Craig, it'll be too late. You let him die. He wasn't there. When Sega looked up and said save us, Pengals went, no.
Yeah.
And I'll never forgive him. Never.
But this is
Moving
what I was...
back on
Ah.
to November 16th.
Yes.
And I'm trying for a third time here, Dave. Because it's coming to the Quest.
Mm-hmm.
Assassin's Creed Nexus VR. Can this get Chris back into VR?
No. It just what I've seen does look good, but no, I'm not that bothered.
Fuck. People seem the weird VR people seem quite excited about this, don't they?
Yeah. The VR channels I follow and stuff on YouTube are pretty excited about this. Yeah.
So if this can't get you back into VR, nothing can. But I know what will, Dave. PSVR 3, right? We go again.
For Christ's sake.
We go again.
It could be. Will that have Half-Life, Alex? Who knows?
I don't know, but you'll buy it nonetheless.
Yeah.
Also on November 16th, Flashback 2. Isn't this a sequel to a game that came out in like fucking 1932 or something?
Yeah.
Did either of you play Flashback, the original Flashback in 1947?
I played bits of
I
Flashback.
have played Flashback. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
very much of an era. It's the
Also,
walking
didn't
simulator of the time, to be honest.
And also, didn't actually have a sequel. Isn't Fade to Black a sequel to Flashback?
Probably. They're all the same.
Yeah.
Heart of Darkness and all that.
Oh, Darkness is great. That's a great game. That game needs to get a remaster.
Okay. But on the next day, boys.
You never play Heart of Darkness, Craig. It's great.
Absolutely fucking not.
Oh,
On the
I got
next
Whiskey
day,
the Dog.
which is November 17th, which we're going to call Craig Warren Fancy Critic Day.
Yeah.
We have first up Persona 5 Tactica, which comes to everything, including the Switch and the PlayStation 4 and Game Pass. It's some Sega goodness, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
What month
just
is Sega?
too many games.
Too many games. You like Persona though, Chris? You'll play this, won't you?
Oh yeah, I am be playing this on my Xbox via that Game Pass.
Hell yeah. But on the same day, as I said, boys, coming to just the Switch is Super Mario RPG remake or remaster or whatever it is. Remake.
Hell.
Are you both getting this? Are
I'm
you both
definitely-
all in on this crap?
Definitely got this pre-ordered.
I'm
Lovely stuff.
getting this for Christmas.
Wait, you're waiting? Chris Bengelli is waiting a month and a bit to play a video game?
Yeah, I'm getting this for Christmas. That has already been pre-ordered for me for this for Christmas. Yeah, because it's the same day as Persona 5 Tactica, and I think I'll sooner play Persona 5 Tactica, regardless of.
That is the most sensible thing you've said in weeks, Chris.
And I'm even gonna say, regardless of Game Pass, out of the two, if I had to actually buy them both, I would sooner play Persona 5 Tactica as well.
So it's got those anime titties, right?
No, chibi characters and stuff in this one, so no.
Okay, sad times. But
Plus, you've also missed on the bigger release of November 17th.
what's
Craig?
that?
The Atari 2600 is back on November 17th.
Is this another console you let die?
No, because I wasn't even born when the Atari 2600 was like a thing.
Well, you should have been, and then you could have saved it, I guess.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
1977, the Atari 2600 apparently came out.
The Americans loved it, but it was just
Yeah. Yeah, it was just them. It apparently killed video gaming, but that's not really true because it was still really popular in Japan and Europe. We had our Spectrums and stuff, but But yeah, the 2600 is coming back on November 17th, so be excited.
Are you buying this piece of shit?
No, I'm not.
Sensible.
There's
Very
some games
sensible.
coming for it if you want to buy some 2600 games.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
But moving on, a big jump now to the 30th of November.
What, I'm trying to think if you've missed anything interesting between.
No, this is a weird day right here, the 30th of November, right, Chris? If you're coming to Switch as Biomutant, that's random, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's very random. And also, supposedly coming out is that Gangs of Sherwood game, which I swear we've read out on these lists about 16 times at this point.
Yeah, it got delayed to November 2nd, and now it's been delayed to November 30th. So
Just fucking cancel it, innit? It's just. Anyone want to play this crap?
No,
Is it going to die in days?
most
Yes.
probably. I think it would be fine if it was launching straight into the Game Pass or a Plus. Maybe it would get a little bit of an audience, but that's about it.
Yeah, maybe. And that's pretty much it, I think. Unless you boys think I've missed anything else.
Don't believe
No,
so.
I just think there was that big gap. There was not really anything in between that. There's stuff, but it's like the complete version of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So
Yeah, I felt that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's another jam-packed month, boys. A jam-packed year where games just keep fucking coming out, don't they?
Oh yeah, be excited for RoboCop.
I can't wait. That's got to be your game of the year. I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just one of those where like you look at every time we do these month in like what's coming out, it's not really, we haven't really had a month yet where we're like, oh, there's nothing to play. Like Game Pass on its own could probably keep you going pretty handedly this month.
Oh,
but
easily,
like,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
November for me is like a Game Pass heavy month with Persona 5, Football Manager, Thirsty Suitors.
you got
Just
Yakuza in there, just at the end, and
yeah.
Forza's just come out, Starfield only just come out. Like you got on PlayStation again, you got plenty of games to play. Nintendo are putting out at least a game a month again, which is great. And it's like, oh, okay, gaming's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those. I look at this month and I go, I could either play 2 or 3 of those games on this list, or none of them. I don't think it's going to be much more than that. I can't see me playing 5 games this month. I mean, we've still got Spiderman. It came out last week, and we're not all Chris Pengelly that's got time to finish it in 4 days or whatever. But yeah,
Oh yeah, 4 days.
bit crazy, a little bit crazy.
The only good news we got for you, Davey, is December looks pretty shit. So.
But it's one of those.
Catch up then.
December is the most deceiving month because it looks like that, but in reality, half of it you're drunk and/or it's Christmas. So like, it's only a 2 or 3 week period. Then we're into January, and there's loads of games in January and February. Loads.
Plus, me and Dave forget games for like Christmas. Like I'm getting Sonic and Mario RPG for Christmas. So
I probably won't get games for Christmas, Peggy. Sadly, I think I've just aged out of it. I don't think I can. I'll get a gift card.
You get a gift card and you buy games with the gift card.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, I'll be buying games with the gift card. I don't know if sort of like to be hypothetical. I don't really know what of this month I'll buy other than I've got Mario RPG pre-ordered because, like I said, when we watched the Nintendo Direct for like we have in Europe we haven't had like an actual proper release of this game outside of emulation. So like I want to play this game. I've enviously looked at this game in magazines and stuff since like 1995. So I just kind of want to play it. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's my type of game. It's a turn-based RPG on a handheld. So I can see me finishing it and enjoying it. Will it get sold straight after? Yeah, probably, right. But yeah, but other than that, like I'm not going to play Persona because I haven't played the other Personas. I'd love to turn around and say I'll play Yakuza, but again, what always holds me back every time I load up Like a Dragon is I enjoy it, and I get like another hour in, I go, oh, I really wish I could have played the previous 6 games.
Mm.
Because I want the whole story. The story's so good, I want the whole story, and that's such a problem. There's such a Dave problem. But like, I play it, and I'm like, I really need to finish 0, which is a 30-hour game, and then 1, which is a 15-hour game, and then 2, that's a 30-hour game. You know what I mean? It's like, oh god, but I could because I
Mm.
know most of Kiryu's story. Yeah, Football Manager, like, it's a ticking time bomb. Like, I'm gonna buy Football Manager, aren't I? But when am I gonna buy Football Manager?
Yeah.
Like, the beta's now, and I'm not, because I'm doing a course and I'm learning to drive. So it's like I can't. I'd love to. Love to take Taunton into the Premier League where they belong, Grego, but yeah. So what are your major picks, boys? What are your ones that you're definitely going to get on?
Yakuza for me, definitely. And then maybe some like first shooters and stuff like that after, and I can go back and actually, play some of these Game Pass indies that I've been playing recently.
Pengy?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same Game Pass in these RoboCop and Air Twister
God, so many games.
with a PlayStation Portal mixed in.
Yeah, the Portal's an interesting one for me because I think if you get the Portal, it might take away some of the Game Pass indiness. Like, you might be more inclined to play some PlayStation stuff.
The only thing is, a lot of the Game Pass indie games I'm bothered about, Jusant, Thirsty Suitors, and I think what was the other one? There was another one. All like very early in the month, and obviously I've got a holiday coming up soon, and I don't expect either of them to be very long games. So
It's mad because I keep forgetting you
I've got-
finished Spider-Man, because me and Craig have still got to finish Spider-Man, so that's going to take us at least a week, if not 2.
Oh yeah,
I've got Mario Wonder now as well, so that's going to be played in bed and played on my lunch break for a
yeah.
couple of weeks. So yeah, curious.
But yeah, I could see not next Sunday, so next week record the week after one. I could see like you doing what have I been playing? And I've played like 20 games or something, or just 200 hours of Football Manager. It could be either.
Chris Bengay. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out next week.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the show, boys. Thank you, and obviously, if you've got this far, comment Save Slot 3 because it's the new name. We've somehow managed to do it, and I've made a logo myself. It was lovely. But yes, if you like the show, please drop a like and subscribe. I need to get better at saying this at the beginning because it's really what helps us grow and gets more people watching us. And the more people that watch us, the more inclined we are to do more videos because we enjoy doing the stream. I think on Wednesday, and we'd like to do more, but you'd like to just feel a little bit more love. Get some more views. I think it did good views on YouTube and Twitch in the end, but yeah, we might do another one.
Apparently, we did it at the wrong time with the Champions League on. That's the feedback I got.
Yeah, but it's the Americans don't care about it. Like, it's fine. I mean, we don't. To be honest with you, like, live streaming is really funny because like while you're so small, it doesn't really matter because we weren't going to get 100 views. It's more for the VOD. But yeah, I mean, we'll take that on board. We'll try. I mean, none of us support big teams, do we? So why would the Champions League matter? I say no bites, no bites. But yes, thank you for watching the shows this week. We will definitely do some more. We might do some more videos midweek, and if we do, they'll come up on this channel. So until next time, Chris Pengelly says,
Bye.